Hey, all you Splinter heads, Golem Overlords, Splinterforgians, and 15 other names. Welcome back. Bronze Dragon here. Giving you a roundup of kind of what I'm up to. I get a lot of questions once in a while about different games and everything. And right now, it's been really a lot of things going on. So we all know that if you play Splinterlands, that land is the big thing now. And as time goes along, we're learning more about land. We also have Splinterforge, and I've got a number of other games that I'm going to get into. But before we do that, I want to say that I appreciate you tuning in. And if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe and ring the bell so you get notifications when I drop a new update. So with that said, with this video, what I want to do is, first of all, stay tuned. At the end of the video, I am going to do some pack openings. I do have some Rift Watcher packs to open. I have a few Chaos Legion packs to open. I also have a couple Splinterforge crates to open. I would have some Golem Overlord crates to open, but they haven't put them in the game yet. But when they do, we'll try and get some of those in as well. But I'm going to put those at the end of the video. So if you're here just for that, go ahead and shift forward in the video. I hope you watch the whole video. But if you're relatively new to the blockchain gaming picture, I'm going to show you basically what I'm playing. I'm playing a few games on the Hive blockchain, obviously. Because that's what most of my videos are about. But I'm also playing a couple games on the Wax blockchain. So they work very similar as far as their tokenomics go. And but they're all different types of games. So obviously we're starting off with Splinterlands. Splinterlands is my main game. Well, the last week or two, arguably my main game has been Golem Overlord. But I do use the Archmage bot to play my primary and secondary account, and I do play in my guild brawls. That's manually what I usually do on a weekly basis to keep up with that. And I will give a shout out that I was on another channel's podcast. This is kind of like a spoiler alert, as this video is not going to drop until tomorrow, which would be April 24th. But I was on the KOMC show a few nights ago. Got to meet him, and we had a nice discussion about all things Splinterlands, Splinterforge, and a bunch of different topics. A little bit of Golem Overlord. So check that out tomorrow. Check on his channel. I'll update the show notes when it goes live with a link. So, but you can see it's KOMC with hyphens between the letters. So, with that said, there's been a lot of Golem Overlord news going on because it's relatively new. I'm also playing Splinterforge. Let's update this. So, as you know, if you've been following me, Splinterforge is another game, if you hadn't heard about it, that's based on the Hive blockchain that kind of interfaces with Splinterlands, and it's different than what Splinterlands in the fact that you're fighting a boss. Everybody's fighting a boss, and you're attempting to do damage against that boss, and the more damage you can do, the more forge you can earn, which is their crypto token, which can be bought and sold and traded on the Hive blockchain. So I use Hive Engine mostly, but the whole thing is you have different characters. You have a warrior, you have a wizard, you have a ranger, and you buy different pieces of equipment, and you can buff those pieces of equipment with different gems and runes. So that's the basic idea about it. So I am playing that. As we know, and that's another on the Hive blockchain. So it's all these these first few games are all in the Hive blockchain. I keep mentioning that because it's very easy to take the main token and transfer it to Hive Engine, buy, sell the other tokens that you need in the other games, and vice versa. So you can play one game and use the token to kind of buy things in Splinterlands if you want to, and vice versa. So when I first started out in Splinterforge, I used some of my Splinterlands assets to basically create my character in Splinterforge. And I've invested some in it, but at this point in time, I'm just taking my winnings, because what'll happen is as you earn a certain amount of forge for each battle, depending upon how much damage you do, right? But then at the end of the boss battle, when this boss ends up dying, and I keep pointing to this one because I'm fighting in silver currently, when it ends up dying, then you end up, if you place, so currently I'm placed number 20 here. If the battle had stopped right now, had been over right now, then I would take 5,892 forge as my reward. Now, there's also a second part of that, is that if you happen to be lucky enough to get that killing blow in, you do get a bonus. Like in this particular fight, the bonus would be 2,500 forge and 2 crates. This past week, I was lucky enough to get a killing blow in. I got a nice bonus, like 10,000 forge plus 2 crates, and we'll be opening those crates later on. This video isn't meant to really be an in-depth on everything, but I'm just trying to go through and mention all the games that I'm playing, and maybe if you hadn't heard one, gives you a few ideas. Now, I will include in the show notes links if available. Some of the games have links where if you start the game with my link, I get a little bit of a kickback. So I do appreciate if you use those links if you're going to start the game. So the third game I'll talk about is Golem Overlord. Now, I've been talking about this a lot lately because it's relatively new. It's been around 2 weeks now. It's on the Hive blockchain, so you can use the main token part and buy and sell, trade it, and buy, sell part and buy SPS or DEC, or Gathering the Magic was talking the other day about using part that he made in this game to go ahead and buy packs. So it's all valid, and I don't think there's no right answer, but I do think that I'm really liking this game right now because it's showing profit potential. I mean, it is showing profit on a daily basis. If you watch a video I put out this last week, I mean, I was earning roughly $50 per day. Now, you can't pull all that out on a daily basis. The way the tokenomics work, you have to work on a 75 to 25%. So if you try to pull out more than 25% from the game, with the other 75% being either staked or burnt for your, to up your stats to play the game, you start decreasing the amount that you can actually harvest in the game. And then eventually you lose at 25%, you lose the ability to even harvest any, right? So, or claim any. And these are all measures put into place to prevent farming, basically put. So I like this game. It was really well thought out. The development team, Yixon and whoever helped them develop it, have put a lot of thought into the math behind it. They're very upfront. You can go into most things and they will show you specifically the how each factors into the game, right? So you can see in this instance the algorithm increases your part scavenge rate multiplier, and he gives you the exact formula there. So if I'm not going to get into this now, but algorithm and Golem charging station increase the amount you make on a second by second basis and how fast you accrue part, right? So, and I have other videos out about this, and I probably am due to make another one because another thing about this game is it's in fast and it's in rapid development. I mean, he's doing he's really working his tail off, him and whoever's helping him out. And it's advancing. He's fixing things on the fly. He's making things better. There's a lot of things coming into the game. This last week, guilds, I started a guild and it filled up fast. A lot of people interested in this, so I am going to keep making content on this. Whenever he goes live with the ability to expand my guild, I do intend on increasing the seats as much as we can. I don't know how much money I'm going to put in the game. I have said that anybody who uses my referral link, whatever I get out of that, will go back into the game and helping the guild out. But okay, so that's the third game I'm playing, if you're keeping notes there. So we can check on this, but the token is really doing nicely with the tokenomics he's developed. We can go in here and just do an update so we're active. So the part token has overcome DEC and SPS as far as volume. Of course, it doesn't have near the market cap of DEC and SPS, but that's by design, right? He's designed this so that most of the part that's produced in the game gets burnt, and therefore it keeps the price up, right? So anyway, this basically shows that there's been a lot of golem part exchange hands in the last 24 hours, and it's been like this the last week or so. Usually on a daily basis, part and DEC kind of battle it out for 24-hour volume, but that's awesome considering we're talking about a 2-week-old game here, right? And another thing I'll draw your attention to is that currently the buy order is at 2.36 Hive. So I haven't checked lately, but roughly that's a little bit over $1 per token. And when you're harvesting 50 to 60 tokens per day, I mean, that's valid profit right there. And I say that kind of surprisingly because most of these games like Splinterlands and all I've ever done is just really pour money into them. Obviously, from a business perspective, that's what they want you to do, right? Can't say I've made much money off of it. So, but I enjoy playing it. But I just wanted to point that part out. So the third game I'm playing is Golem Overlord. Now we're going to switch blockchains here. The fourth game I want to talk about is called, actually we're not switching blockchains because this is still on the Hive blockchain. This is called Rising Star, and it is a game that is it's about the music industry, right? There's not a lot of play to this, and I haven't got in real deep as far as how to play it at a top level, but I do my basic missions, which is basically playing concerts of different sizes, and then also taking music lessons because you have to balance out your ego. And I'm not going to dig really well into this. I just want to say that the takeaway here is that if you have a few extra minutes during your day on a daily basis, you can play Rising Star and supplement your Hive to buy other things with star bits. Or, I mean, you could go really into the game and play the game, right? So their main token is star bits, and you can make it... it's kind of interesting because it uses an energy energy system. So each concert you play costs a certain amount of energy, kind of like doing a mission or playing a match. And then you recharge by either eating a pizza or getting cups of coffee. Cups of coffee increases your recharge rate. So I haven't gotten really deep into this, but this is another game you can play on the Hive blockchain. And what I'll do is I'll build up star bits, and then I'll send the star bits over to the Hive engine, and I'll sell them off, and I'll buy something else with it, right? I have put a little bit into the game as far as the star bits. You can also use them to buy NFTs, different guitars, different players, different basses, musical instruments, and things like this. And like I said, I haven't gotten really deep into the game, but this is another game that you can play. It's very passive. It doesn't take much time, and it'll supplement your Hive on a daily basis to be able to do whatever you want to do. So buy something in Splinterlands, buy something in Golem Overlord, anything like that. So this is worth considering. And once again, I'll have a link in the show notes if you want to play. So now the fourth game, now we're switching blockchains. The fourth game, and the game that really got me into playing blockchain games, is Alien Worlds. Okay, let me see. Okay, so this is their main page. The other page I had up was my login page. So let me take a drink. So this is what started it all for me as far as blockchain games. Alien Worlds is on the Wax blockchain. And when it came out, I was simply amazed at the amount of money people were pouring into this game. And I got into it. I had seen someone on Discord was putting together some big buys for land on different planets. And the game has come along, and there's many different things you can do in the game now, but the key thing was really mining. So it's a very passive game. You buy better tools, you can mine more, and then you can take what you mine, send it back to the blockchain, buy, sell tokens, So that's what really got me into it, because there were people buying lands for 20,000 US dollars, and I was just simply amazed. I didn't buy any lands, but I got into a group that was did a group buy, and then I was just farming off the lands, and I was part of the guild for quite a while. But it's just one of those things where they're all NFTs, and you buy different tools and you can mine. Like I said, they have changed and added new things to the game over time. They have Battledrome, where you can do different battles with characters with different weapons. I haven't dug into that. They have Mission Control. It's a weekly quest game. A lot of this really is different when you look at it from the 30,000 foot view, and you're talking about a lot of these different games have many things in common. It's just they go about them differently. So the key thing is burning token to prop up the value, staking token to hopefully do the same thing. And each game does a little bit different. So in this game, you have quests to do, and they have a new zombie outbreak game. I haven't got into that, so I'm not going to comment on it. It's like a game within the game, so I might have to check that out. But one of the overarching things in all these games is they want to burn the token to increase the value. They want you to stake the token to increase the value as well. And there's a few other things, but this is the fifth game I'm playing, and this is the one that started it all. And the main takeaway here is like the tools and the weapons and the personas are all NFTs that you can buy and sell and trade. And the better the tools you have, the more you can mine. Also, it changes the time periods, how often you have to come back and mine. I kind of stretch mine out, so I don't have to worry about it all that often. But when I do mine, I stand a chance of getting a really substantial amount. And the chief token in this game is Trillium. Okay, and you can look it up. And once again, that is on the Wax blockchain. Okay. And the other game on the Wax blockchain that I'm playing is called Realm. And you will see it is kind of, if you like playing Risk, the board game, kind of like that. And their token is actually called Realm, RLM, you know. So the object of this game is to build up your base, create characters. You buy NFTs that represent your leaders as well as your characters that are working. So we can go in and you send people on missions. So I can go in here and go into this mission and select a leader to lead that mission. And then I can see that the police get a bonus to this type of mission. So I can max out. And then this mission, I have a 62% chance of success. So I'll go ahead and start that mission. So there's a lot of things about it. It's a base building game. There's also some elements of strategy as far as you know, going on these missions represent the kind of interaction with the game you have to do. You build up your characters. You have research lab, just like in other top-down games, where you can increase your stats. You can increase the pay that your leaders get, and then once again, the realm can be taken in and out of the game, the realm token, and done, you know, what you want to on the Wax blockchain. You can buy better leaders. You can go in and you can buy better, like the main ones I use are police and firemen, obviously for riots and fires, put out fires and such. You come in and as you're building up your factory, you produce more on a minute-by-minute basis. As you develop your transport depot, you can develop another thing you can claim is titanium, which is another building, another building material you need. So it's kind of along the lines of Risk. So if you like playing Risk, you may like to play this. But once again, this is another game on the Wax blockchain that is kind of passive, doesn't take a whole lot of interaction. And if you want to earn a little bit, it's just something else you can throw up and play. So that's another game I'm playing. As you can see, I got a lot of balls in the air, and I'm at the point where something's got to go. If I start a new game, one of the game, I kind of have to stop playing. So with that said, we've been talking about this for a while, and we've covered 5 or 6 games. So let's go back to Splinterlands, and let's open some packs. How about that? So I went in, if you've been following my video series, you know that on a weekly basis, I give myself a small allowance of $25 US to basically try and improve my Splinterlands deck, right? So this week, what I did was I went in on the secondary market, and if you're unaware, you can go into the market and go other items, and you can buy packs, right? So the packs are a little bit cheaper than just buying them from the game. I do realize they're getting ready to make a change, whereas you can buy Rift Watcher packs with the EC, but it's a little bit easier and usually a little bit cheaper just to buy them on the secondary market, since there's no way I'm going to get anywhere near enough packs bought. They want you to buy so many packs to have any chance at an airdrop anymore that I'll never get there. So I just go ahead and buy them a little bit cheaper on the secondary market. So I have 5 to open. I also have 3 extra Chaos packs from this week. Thanks to KOMC's show, he gifted me 2 for being on the show, so we'll open those up. We also have a couple Gladius cases. So let's go ahead and open some stuff up. See what I get. Standard pack, just 1 rare, but they all help. I like Whistling Damon, play that a lot. Not bad, not bad. Captain Katie, also a good card. let's open another Gladius case. Come on, Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Oh, nice. Okay. And Marisol. I play Marisol as well. High mana matches. I like her in the second position for that reach, right? Obviously in matches that are all about usually reverse speed as well, but also melee type matches. Okay, let's open a Chaos pack. Let's open two Chaos packs. I like to keep a standard 125 as my base, keeping for the future. Okay, standard pack, one rare. Deep Lurker, love it. Chaos Knight, good card. Scavo Firebolt, Firebolt rather, pretty good card. Let's open one more. Thanks for dropping by. I do appreciate it. Nice, 3 rares. I like Hill Giant. And Hardy Stonefish is good when it's leveled up in low-level matches. Life Sapper. Nice. Gold rare. Won't complain about that. Portal Spinner. Don't use it a whole lot, though, but I'm not going to complain about a gold rare. And Regal Periton. This card is oftentimes in my, I would say, mid-level matches whenever I play Magic. Once it goes into the high, I would say in the 35 to 45 mana range, this would fit into it. Once it goes above 40 or 45, then it's replaced with a few other cards, but good card. Okay, now we're down to our Rift Watchers. I do not have too much as far as Rift Watchers goes because I have not opened up a whole lot of packs. I have bought a few singles. Let's just go in and check it out. So this is really what I have. As you can see, most of what I have are level 1, so they don't get played a whole lot. But lately I have been buying a few packs here and there to do openings and hopefully get them leveled up as time goes along. So we'll go ahead and open up a Rift Watchers pack. Standard pack, 1 rare. Septic Slime, Lamel Refugee, Arachne Thug, Bramble Pixie, and Runeslinger. They've done a lot of work, the creative team, on these in-between cutscenes, so that's why I like to watch them. Another standard pack, 1 rare. Junker, Arachne Thug, Coastal Nymph, Runecrafter. Don't have much to say about these because I haven't gotten into playing them a lot, other than some of the higher end ones. Tinderlock. Summoners, rather. That's what I meant to say. There's several of the summoners I like in Rift Watchers. Is that 2 rares? Nice. This is a good pack right here. Lamel Refugee, Whelp Herder, Corsair Bosun. Okay, so this is one of the cards I really like. Okay. If you have this, this is going to really increase the strength of your life hand. Obviously, you're going to want to put that in the secondary position. But this is one of the ones I'm trying to level up, so that will help. Another Tinderlock, and let's see what we got here. Scargore, nice. I can always use more summoners, right? Who can't? I mean, who doesn't need more summoners, right? Well, I suppose there's some people at the high end that have bought what they needed, but standard pack, one rare. Coastal Nymph, Lamel Refugee, Ash Mirage, Dumaki Exile, and the rare is a Sea Stalker. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot to say about these cards because I haven't primarily played them much because I don't have them. Or I do have them, but I don't have them at high enough level to be using them right now. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got two rares, so better than the average pack. Lamel Refugee, Bramble Pixie, Whelp Herder, and my two rares are Kabbalist and Queen of Crows. I like Queen of Crows. I know that Gathering said that he likes Queen of Crows as well. He likes playing Death. So let's check out the situation with my... See if we can advance any. Not quite enough to advance those. This one will advance. Get a level 2 out of that. I'll be able to get a level 2 out of this one as well. Level 2 Bramble Pixie. And a level 2 Corsair Bosun. That sound effect that sounded like chains, a change in the background, is the sound effect you get off of Rising Star when it's time for a new match to start. In this case, I had done a music lesson and I got 10 skill points, which is part of the game to average out how much you actually coins. So basically in Rising Star, if your ego is too high, you start losing. When you have more fans than skill, your ego increases. Each mission also increases your ego. So basically you want to kind of keep them average down. So the way to keep your ego down is to take lessons. That's about the best way I can put it. So now we can start on a new mission, which is Busking with a License. And that'll go for 45 minutes. So let's go back to the cards. This is nice. I appreciate getting a level 2 Corsair Bosun. I can do a level 2 Arachne Thug. And that looks like it's it as far as what I can advance. Hey, future Bronze Dragon, butting in here. While I was editing the video, I realized that I had forgotten to open the 2 crates in Splinterforge that I said I was going to open. So let's go ahead and do that. Like I said, I got these crates off of getting the killing blow on one of the silver bosses this week. And you can buy these in game, and they are usually 3,000 forge a piece, but I just happened to get these 2 So let's go ahead and open one. See what I get. Cross my fingers. Standard pack, one rare. Let's open the other crate. So my luck holds true, just as in all the other crates that I've bought in Splinterforge, and kind of mainly the reason why I stopped buying crates is that I have no luck in crates. I mean, all this represents, I mean, I can sell them on the store, but I'll get very little money out of that. So with that said, back to the regularly scheduled video. So with that said, thanks for dropping by. If you've stuck with me through the whole video, I do appreciate it. Once again, if you like the content, give me a thumbs up and think about subscribing. Check the show notes for links if you want to start playing one of the games I've talked about. Otherwise, I hope you and your family are happy and healthy, and I will see you on the flip side.